By the way, friend, I respect you as a reactor. By the way, friend, I respect you as a reactor. By the way, friend, I respect you as a reactor. It's all about clout. I respect you as a reactor.
Hey guys, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Love, Lies, and Lace Fronts, where we do reactions, reviews, and commentary on the YouTube channels you love to watch. Guys, today we are going to be taking a look at Loved by Erica. Loved by Erica, some of you may or may not know, Erica is the ex-girlfriend, baby mom to Damian CRYER. Damian CRYER is the daddy to Damian Prince. Damian Prince is one of our big YouTubers, as we would say, family channel, TikToker, all that stuff. He and his wife Bianca started out on YouTube and went from basically zero to hero. That couple is in the millions of subscribers and the millions of dollars. They are big earners on the YouTube streets. And Damian CRYER is the daddy. I started watching Damian CRYER's channel maybe a little over a year ago, when he first started dealing with Erica. And he basically, you know, just been fast tracking ever since. I think when I first saw Damian's channel, maybe he had about 50,000 subscribers, and he's been climbing ever since. In the last year, he has hit the 500,000 mark. So he is well at 500,000. He's making good money. He's dating a new woman named Latoya, but he's got almost a 1-year-old with Erica. So that'll tell you what they've been up to. It's a long story, guys, and you can go back in my playlist to see CRYER family, Damian CRYER, Loved by Erica videos to kind of get a flavor and a taste of what's been going on. But Erica has been a little bit busy. Erica started dating a new guy. His name is Rican Muckler, aka the Muckler family or Mucker family. And things hadn't been going too well. She actually did a surprise pregnancy test on Mr. Rican, and turns out that Erica is actually pregnant, guys. No surprise there, at least for me. Erica just is one of these types of women that if she's dating you, she's probably going to give you a baby. I mean, at the end of the day, that just seems to be Erica's MO. I could be wrong. You guys tell me down in the comments, or if you're watching this live stream, you let me know what your thoughts are. But Erica seems to be the type that she's going to put a baby on you. So if a baby is not what you want, then a baby might not, then you might need to, as a adult, need to take your necessary precautions to make sure that that doesn't happen. But yeah, Erica is a lady that maybe if you fool around and fall in love, you might end up with a baby. Anyway, let's roll back to this week. All of a sudden, I noticed that she had a video called Liar Crier. And let's go ahead and watch these videos, guys. There's one that's 20 minutes, one that's 13 minutes, one that is 20 minutes. So we're looking at about an hour's worth of video, and I want to watch all of it. If we have to break this up into a couple different videos, we will. But at the end of the day, we're going to sit here. We're going to watch everything. I'm going to eat some of my dinner. Me and my family went out. I could not eat all of my food. No surprise there, but I'm going to eat some of it. It was probably about 4 hours ago since we've been home now, and I'm going to eat some of it while we are watching this. If you are new here, welcome. We make frequent stops. So I'm going to stop. We're going to talk. We're going to discuss it. You can comment down below if you are in the live chat or you are watching this on replay. But while I am recording this, yeah, we're going to make frequent stops. We're going to talk about it. And I'm going to give you my instant, immediate reaction. And there's something going on here. Erica seems like a very sweet woman, but at the end of the day, Erica finds a lot of her value and her love in dealing with men, whether it's romantically or putting herself in odd situations. And I know that she was in love with Damian CRYER. She had to be, but Erica is a little immature, not in the sense of in relationships. I just find that she's probably not as mature as the men that she wants to be with. I'll put it that way. I think she's obviously mature. She takes care of her kids. She is a single mommy out here. But in terms of her emotional intelligence and her ability to navigate mature relationships with grown men, she's either finding men who are not mature and who are meeting her at her where she's at. There's some things here. We're going to watch these videos and we're going to see what we come up with, but that's just my overall impression. I could be wrong. Opinions are subject to change, right? So let's just get into this. And before she takes them down, okay, let's just go get this popping, because we never know how this is going to pan out. So we're going to start with this one right here. I started watching it and the video was fascinating to me that I said to myself, I got to react on this. So let's see where we are in the video. Again, if you want to see this in its entirety, uninterrupted, you are absolutely welcome to do that. That's just not going to happen here. We're going to take frequent stops and we're going to talk about it. The first thing I noticed in this video, she's going to start talking and she's rolling her Mucker family intro.
So you gonna hit me? Okay. This is your last warning. Get the fuck out my house. I still got stuff over here. Get out my house. Okay, I got stuff over here. Get out my house. So you gonna push me out your house? Get out my house. And I'm holding your son? Okay. Okay. I just tried to talk to you and you still this. No, you're not gonna put your hand on me, man. Not gonna, cause one of us gonna end up really hurt.
This woman is a former police officer, by the way.
I was excited about going shopping.
We're not even in this yet. Erica just strikes me as the type of girl that there's always going to there's going to be police involved. There's going to be yelling, screaming, arguing when you are in a relationship with her. I'm sorry. I mean, that's just my opinion. I just really feel like she is muy caliente and there's always something going on. Always something going on. And why are you going to put your really nice date night video footage intro over a nasty fight with your baby father that you knew for like 3-4 months before you decided to get pregnant and have a baby with him? This guy, Rican Mucker, he is in for a treat with this girl. I'm telling you. Erica's attractive. She always has to have a man.
Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Before I start this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you have your bell turned on so that you'll be notified every time I drop another video. Also, guys, please click the link in the description down below. Follow me on all my social media accounts. So, judging by the title, I'm pretty sure that's why you guys clicked on this video in the first. Excuse any like background noise because I am by a freeway. Obviously, this video wasn't planned. I cannot keep letting things linger on that is not true. I've been trying to save face because of Dion. He didn't care. Why am I having respect for somebody that clearly don't even have no respect for me? Regardless of what me and Damien have gone through off of camera, I haven't brought anything to the internet. I'm about to get into some extreme details. There's going to be about 10 videos coming, so expect all of them. And I'm going to have receipts with everything.
She's dragging up the past. Some of this stuff may even be part of the current. Clearly something is going on with these two, but I just can't see how you can positively be going into the future with this new man, and you are taking pregnancy tests and you are pregnant with a new man, Rican Mucker, and you and Damian CRYER are still having drama, and Damian is with a whole new woman, LaToya. Like, what is going on here?
Because I just feel like you guys need to know the truth. I was trying to save face and make it seem like, you know, our co-parenting is actually working and stuff like that, but it's not. And the road has not been easy. But the type of person that I am, I try to keep peace as much as I can with this.
Well, the first indication I got of that recently was she dropped off the baby, and she said she dropped the baby off at Miss LaToya's house. Now, LaToya and Damian, I don't even think have been together for 3 months. However long they've been together, we've been seeing LaToya now about 2-3 months on Damian's channel. Why you're dropping the baby off at Miss LaToya's house, maybe she's been a nice bridge to be able to help you facilitate the co-parenting. I don't know, but I just thought it was interesting and kind of a quick move for Damian to have his new girlfriend receiving his baby for him. But clearly, if there are problems with these two, then maybe that's what it is. So I don't know, but we're getting ready to find out.
Person, but it's like as soon as I say something that they don't like, it's threats, and we just gonna just get into it because so many people want to know, have I been getting physically abused? Have I been getting beat or whatever? So again, I'm pretty sure that you guys watched the beginning of this video. If anybody physically abused me, it was Damian Antoine CRYER. This isn't even a bashing video at all, because I said that I wasn't going to do that. But I do believe that I have a mouth for a reason, and can't nobody silence me. Also, guys, before I really get into the meat and potatoes, he signed to a network, Studio 71, I think. And I could be saying it wrong, but I think it's Studio 71. And he's threatened me before to get my channel taken, get my channel strike, just stuff like that. So I would advise you guys to go ahead and download this video very quickly and turn your screen recorders on if you don't know how to download it, okay? Me and Damian.
Oh, thank you, Erica.
We broke up at the end of April. I done a video saying everybody hates Love by Erica, and I don't think my date is gonna be off. I'm gonna have to go back and find the video so that I can insert it right over here. But the video was dropped on April 30th, and that was because I got tired of the abuse. I got tired of giving my all to somebody that didn't care, getting used, and I'm gonna get more into that in this video. Let's go all the way back to last year. So last year, when I had the internet booming, or whatever you guys want to call it, back in June, when I first found out I was pregnant and I went on a rampage, I didn't see or speak to Damian for 2 months straight. And when we finally talked, obviously this is what people do whenever they want somebody back they really don't care about. They whisper sweet nothings in their ear, and me, I feel
Erica was in love with Damian. Damian, I think, doesn't like to do YouTube alone. If you look at Damian CRYER, now he will delete videos of people who were in his life and not in his life, or he privates them, inactivate, he makes them unlisted. I don't know what he does, but what he does do is he does not film alone. Okay. He's not really a solo YouTuber. So he always has a woman, enter LaToya. Okay. So in between Erica and LaToya, he was filming with his son, who comes to visit from Indiana. His, at that time, youngest son. Is it Dion? Okay. Now, Yes, him and Erica did fall out, and I've got a couple of videos on that, and I will link them in the description box. It's just too much to even tell you, but this has been a extremely tumultuous relationship.
For it because I had this fake illusion or whatever that I wanted a family, and that just wasn't what it was. So I took him back, and he treated me way worse than he did the first time around. While I was pregnant, that was the most torture I had ever went through in my life. I was so sick, guys. I couldn't even answer the phone to say hi to anybody. I'm probably gonna close this because I'm not sure if you guys can hear me or not. But I was so sick. At the time I had moved in with my mom, and I moved everything in to her house. When I finally moved into my own place, Damien saw that and came with his manipulation and stuff like that as usual, and I fell for it, and we ended up back together. And then I was in and out of the hospital, and I spent so many days in the hospital by myself. It was times that I was in the hospital and I didn't even record it. It was just constant, like, I was still trying to drive all the way to Houston to see him, and he was still kicking me out his house at 3 in the morning and just doing everything that he did the first go around, just 10 times worse. I feel like he preyed on me because he knew that I was emotional, hormonal, and pregnant, and I was honestly helpless. Like, I didn't have no help. My mom helped me a whole lot, but my mom didn't live with me, so it was many days that I would have to get Cam to go and get me a cold towel to put on my forehead and stuff like that. And my mom couldn't just stay with me 24/7. You know, she's married, so she had to, her wife duties and stuff like that. So, but my mom was with me 90% of the time. But I still felt like that wasn't my mom's responsibility because my mom didn't get me pregnant. I remember being 7-8 months pregnant, and he was trying to throw.
Erica, this is what happens when you get pregnant for a man that you don't know. The older that you get and the more that men realize and feel like you have potentially trapped them. And let's not say that she's trapping anybody, because at the end of the day, if you're a man and you are not using protection, you're getting women pregnant, you're maybe getting yourself trapped on your own. But at the end of the day, you are having a baby. Even today, you are pregnant with another man's baby that you barely know. This is not a good way to start off a relationship. You are getting older and older, and you're getting closer to 30. And at the end of the day, you got to realize you got to stop having babies with these men you do not know. Sometimes some men get mad. He might be mad you're pregnant. He may not really want this baby. He may love the baby. He may be happy when the baby comes. But you cannot continue to have babies with men that you don't even know a year, and you expect everything to be hunky-dory when they realize that, like, if you weren't pregnant, they might not even be dating you right now. Okay? I'm just saying, this is not a good way to start off a relationship. And the closer you're getting to 30 and you continue doing this, it's just not going to continue to work out well for you.
Me out his house at 2-3 in the morning, and I wasn't going for it, and I was like, no, I'll leave when it gets daylight. Like, I'm not gonna keep putting myself and my unborn child in danger. And at that time I stopped having Cam around because Cam did not want to be around him at all. Like, Cam did not want to be around him. So if my child said if they don't want to be around somebody, they don't have to be around them. And that was another reason why I decided to walk away from him, because if you don't like my child, then, we don't have nothing at all. That particular day, that particular morning at 3 a.m. with him trying to kick me out, and I'm like, no, let me just lay on the couch or something until it's morning time. He was like, no, and would not get out my ear, would not get out my face. So I just ended up just packing my stuff, and because I wasn't moving fast enough for him, he pushed me out the door while I was pregnant. I was all type of B's and H's and whatever. And the first thing that he used to love to say out his mouth was, record it, I don't care, put it on the internet. Like, it was me constantly driving to his house while I was pregnant, and him kicking me out every time. So I got tired to where I started staying at home, and then he got smarter. He started saying stuff like, oh, well, I'll come spend time with you. He would come, spend maybe a half a day, and just snap out of nowhere. And out of nowhere, he would say it's because I disrespected him. And to this day, his definition of disrespect and my definition of disrespect is two totally different things. Just because I'm saying something that you don't want to hear, that don't have nothing to do with me disrespecting you at all. Fast forward until, because I feel like I'm rambling. So fast forward up until the day that it was time for me to go into labor. At the time, him and his son was running a series, and he barely made it in time for me to push Dion out. Barely made it in time for me to push Dion out. He got there, and mind you, I pushed Dion out. It was like 8 something at night. If I'm not mistaken, it was about 8 that night, or somewhere between, I would say this, somewhere between 4 p.m. and maybe 7 p.m.
Okay, so what she's talking about right now is right before she had baby Dion. Damien was busy filming with the Prince family, and like she said, he barely made it on time to the birth.
I don't got the time. I know it was like late in the afternoon, and yeah, he barely made it in time for me to push Dion out.
I mean, if a man doesn't show up for the birth of your baby, I mean, he's probably not caring too much.
I pushed Dion out. It was like 8 something at night. If I'm not mistaken, it was about 8 that night, or somewhere between, I would say this, somewhere between 4 p.m. and maybe 7 p.m. I don't got the time. I know it was like late in the afternoon. And yeah, he stayed overnight, but he left extremely early in the morning because he said he had to get back to Houston to complete a series that he was running. So I was left at the hospital by myself. My mom was working at the time, and I had to call an Uber to get me and my newborn baby home that morning.
That's because he doesn't love you, Erica. I mean,
a while after that, because he didn't believe that Dion was his, because he said that Dion came out looking like Cam, which means that he thought that my baby was Cam's dad, because Dion looked like Cam. Mind you, I haven't touched Cam's dad since we divorced in 2015. I didn't understand that. Then he was secretly recording me. The video, I don't know if he took it down or not, but it was something about a DNA test. He secretly recorded me when we went to.
He didn't trust you, Erica. I mean,
he said a whole lot of lies in there that I didn't even correct. Like, for example, he was saying that.
I'm not saying he had reason to not trust you, but he clearly did not trust you.
I don't know. What was it that he said? Something about, I said because his son have money, and that's not what I said at all. What does that have to do with me? I didn't want to get the DNA test done here in Houston because he has access to money, and I didn't want him to go pay somebody to change the results of the test because I don't trust him. That's what that was. I never said nothing about his son's money. He was trying to just tear me down, like just trying to just leave me so scarred and try to get you guys to turn against me and everything, and I could not understand it at all.
Because he doesn't care.
Even when Dion was here, in that recording that you guys just heard, that was when Dion was here. If you have to replay that recording over and over and over before he get his network to take the video down. So like I said, I advise y'all to get y'all screen records on, or go ahead and download this video before he messages his team to get the video taken down, because there's gonna be way more than this one video coming with receipts. Okay, and that recording that you guys heard in the beginning, Dion was about a month old, and I have the screenshot to prove it. I will insert it right here. That video was recorded, I want to say it was like 1:57 in the morning.
Wow.
I don't know. It was definitely between 1 a.m. and 3 a.m. when he was kicking me and Dion out the house. And he would say stuff like, "Here, get your son." And this is like way after we had got the DNA test done. He was still just acting like he was just uninterested in Dion, unattached and stuff. But then whenever it was time to do videos, he was just acting like he's father of the year, like he do now. And I'll get into that in another video. And I was honestly just naive. I wouldn't say I was desperate for a man. It's just that I really wanted my family. So I was trying to fight for it, giving him chance after chance.
But
after
you're not a
chance.
family
I
with
got tired
him.
of the abuse. I got tired of him belittling me, telling me I'm never going to be anything, telling me that nobody wants to deal with me. My channel will never grow without him. Just a whole bunch of stuff. Like, he was never uplifting at all.
That's
like,
not his
he
job.
Just always said everything that he could to just make me feel less than who I know that I am. And the icing on the cake for me was,
you can't expect a man who is not in love with you to treat you like the queen that you want to be treated. You are dealing with a man who is showing you time after time after time that he doesn't care about you as much as you care about him, on top of the fact that you don't even care about yourself enough to recognize that you have a man who is not really caring for you. Period.
when I had like rented an Airbnb and he had came over and stuff like that, and had me thinking that this whole time for the past like 2 or 3 months, I believe that we was actually in a relationship. So you were still getting relationship benefits from me. But then you hauled off and said, well, we're not together, because I had asked him for some money. This was while I was still living in the country. I was still living in the country, and I had asked him for some money, and he's like, didn't I just give you some money? I'm not your sugar daddy. And I was like, no, but you are my man, so if I need something and you got it, then why can't I come to you and ask you for any money? And he was like, I'm not your man, we're not together. After that, to me, that was the icing on the cake, and I don't like when people play with me like that. So I was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm never looking back. Good luck to you and whoever you end up with in the future, because you're never going to change. And whether they don't realize it at first, eventually they're going to see that you are who you are. And either they're going to accept it because of who you are, because they think you got money, or who you connected to, whatever. But I walked away from money. Speaking of money, this man was bringing in thousands of dollars. I mean, thousands. We was making so much money together. I went through his phone and seen 30,000, 40,000, 12,000. You know what I'm saying? 15,000, 17,000. But he was only giving me 2,000. And I know that may seem, come on now. I know some of y'all like, oh, I'll be good with 2,000. But I'm putting in so much work over there on that channel, and you're not even giving me half of anything. Knowing that I wasn't making hardly nothing on my channel, because I put my time, energy, and focus on the CRYER family's channel, that my channel right now shouldn't even be at no 50,000. It should be way farther than that.
Well, okay, Erica, this is what I'm going to say. If you have an opportunity to listen to my video, what I'm going to need for you to do is listen to your video. Okay? When you stop what you're doing to help a man who is verbally abusive to you, your words, and help him get so far along, and you see what he's earning, and he is not helping you, he is not being fair and equitable with you, you feel like you are being mistreated both financially, as a business partner, and all of these things, boo-boo, that's your fault. Why do you expect someone to treat you fairly and do something for you when clearly he is not trying? Like, that's just not what he's doing. Why are you like beating your head up against a wall and trying to get blood from a stone? I mean, it just doesn't make any sense.
And I can't even blame him. My choices. He didn't hold no gun to my head and say, hey, let's do this video now, I'm gonna kill you. He didn't do that. So that was me trying to let him lead, me trying to be submissive, me trying to see like what his motives is and stuff like that. And he failed me every time. Now let's get into the Mucker family. But that's his job, to be friendly. Damien has been jealous of the Mucker family since day one. For example, this man went and hired a private investigator to stalk me and the Mucker family for 2 weeks because he said that, one, I had me coming over his house like that. Two, if I move to Houston and I'm not coming over his house, I gotta be going over somebody else's house. And all this other stuff that he created that I'm gonna get into in another video with receipts. That, to me, that's psychotic behavior to me. And we was not together. Even in the text messages, he was saying, you.
But Erica, this is who you chose to have a baby with. This is who you chose to be with. This is who you chose to be in love with. This is who you decided to continue to do business with. Okay. You did all these things. I mean, look, again, it's not your fault, but it's your fault. You know what I'm saying? You put yourself in a situation to have people judging this situation. Okay. Damien CRYER, I can believe all these things. I mean, I don't know what's true and what's not true, but I can believe it. There's men out here who are crazy. And I'm not saying Damien CRYER is crazy. What I'm saying is men act crazy sometimes, especially with a woman that they feel that they don't trust. And should he not trust you? You only know that. We don't know that. I don't know if you're trusting or trustworthy or not. But what I do know is that you have a knack for picking men that are a little bit domineering. And as a woman, what I'm telling you is if you want to be successful next time in your next relationship, depending on if it's with Reek and Mucker or not, stop giving wife benefits to men that are not your husband. You are going to continue to waste your time. Guys, we're going to cut this video right here. And I'm going to get this to you tonight. It's Saturday night. Tomorrow is Halloween. And we're going to wrap up the rest of the 2 videos together in one. Anyway, thank you so much. Let me know what your thoughts are down below. Erica seems to be a hopeless romantic, guys. I know she wants love, and she says she wants to fight for a family. Don't fight for a family with someone who's not even trying to be your husband. He's not trying to be your man. That is not a family. That is 2 people living together who is sharing a child who don't even really sound like they get along very well. So next time, like, let's call me. Okay. Call me. Guys, if you enjoy content like this, let me know down in the comments. This is a very tumultuous situation. We don't know what's going to happen. Erica says she has a lot of receipts to drop. Subscribe to this channel so you can be in the know. Otherwise, come back here when I drop another video because I'm going to be covering this whole entire thing. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming through. Again, let me know what you think down below. We have got to stay our eyes on this, because Damien's over there at his house with Miss LaToya looking very happy and super duper innocent. But Erica is like, no, sir.